Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. How is everyone doing so far? I hope you're having a great day. It's the end of traditionally called the weekend. So for some people, this is the beginning of their week. Some people, it's the middle of their week. Who knows? But for the majority, this is the day, one of the days where we consider it to be off. Hey, Noam. How are you? Hey, Joshua. How are you? Welcome to Hello World. Welcome to Hello World for you both. Glad you can be here. I hope you had a good day. Hey, living with Lisa. Lisa, how are you? Okay. Oh, she's in the ads. um, so I hope that you guys have enjoyed your day so far. You let me know how was your day. Let me see if I'm buffering. You're good. Oh, good. How's your car doing? I hope it's doing well. Hope you're taking care of it good. All right. There's no buffering. Let me share out the stream. See, let's talk. What the? I know I'm on here early, which is fine by me. I'm sure it's fine by you too. Car is good. Put cool design it. Great. I'm glad. Hey, Jeanette, what's going on? When the woo 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 babies is in the building over from Reborn Artist Life on YouTube and also Reborn Artist TT on Big O. If you guys never heard of that, then you need to go check it out. I know she's on there all the time. Probably on there now. But let me tell you how my day went. So I woke up this morning, um, and I went back to sleep. I went back to sleep, and the second time I went back to sleep, I started dreaming about doors that I could not lock. And it was like every time I tried to lock them, it couldn't lock. So then I woke up and I went to the gym, and it was a good time at the gym. I just said, let me take my time and be slow because I was at the gym yesterday. I need to find a day during the week to go so that I can keep the momentum going. Although I have equipment around me, I still should, definitely make my way over to the gym whenever I can. How was your day, Jeanette? Um, let's see what else happened. So then I went and watched. There's a Netflix series that somebody recommended that I watched. So I watched a couple of those episodes. Hey, we have a member. We have a member, and his Angel's Army. Hey, Angel, how are you? Good to see you. So I watched a couple of those. I had vegan pizza that I made myself. Like I told you guys yesterday. Good. I'm good. I can't complain. Like I told you yesterday, I believe, the only ingredient that was not from the earth was the dough. And I used the pizza crust from Pillsbury Doughboy, and everything else was just natural. Well, as natural as it could be. So I had the rest of that today. That was good. I got to spend some time with some people, my peoples, and then now I'm here. Man, let me tell you too. So yesterday gas was like $1.90 something, and today is 205. So, and I need gas. I should have gotten the gas yesterday. I was going to, and then I kept passing the station. I said, "Oh, I'll go tomorrow." And look what happens. You go, that goes to show you and tell you and to really reiterate the fact that when you wait, the opportunity of having things go in your way can pass you by. So, guys, let's start not allowing opportunities to pass us. Hey, living with Lisa. Lisa, how are you? Hey, Daddy Days, how are you? I bet it's late. I like the light is blue. What? Oh, this light. Oh, yeah. Angel, hi, Daddies. Yeah, I kind of, the thumb is blue. The thumb is blue? For real? Oh, Duh. That went all the way over my head. I was like, uh-uh. I forget that the thumbs up is blue. My bad. Mm. I appreciate you for stopping by. If you guys don't know each other already, consider, checking out each other's channels and seeing what the content is all about. If you like it, then subscribe. If you don't, then at least leave a nice comment about what you've watched, or maybe give it another chance another day. Hey, Q how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. So I hope you all had a good day. Feel free to discuss that if you like. This year hit us hard. No, actually, this year was pretty good for me. This year was pretty good. It kept me in a state of gratitude. I tell you that much. Because as much as we say things can't get worse, trust and believe. You keep saying that, life is going to give you a reason why it can. So I'm just enjoying every moment that I get as as often as I can. You know what I mean? And I want to remember more and more to enjoy and have more gratitude versus waiting until I there's a reason in the past when I should have. Um, so it wasn't so bad for me, daddy days. It wasn't so bad for me at all. I hope for anybody who has had a hard year, I hope that that turns around for you very soon and that you don't lose hope. This is all about taking your joy back. Because if you feel like you've lost hope or your hope has been diminished, now is the time where you can just say, well, the worst has already happened. Claim it. The worst has already happened, and now nothing but good because I'm taking back my joy. You take back the essence of whatever it is that made you into the person that you were extremely happy about or pleased with. Hey, we have a member. We have a member. And it's I am Tracy Lee. One of the most amazing people that I have an opportunity of getting to know, guys. So check her out as well. If you are on a fitness or healthy lifestyle journey, go check out I am Tracy Lee. Okay. Hey, Muffy, what's going on? Hey, Princess, how are you? How are you? Welcome to Hello World. Trying. And if we don't try, how can we know any different? Ooh, if we don't try, how can we know any different? That's why I'm hoping that those who may be going through some really tough, hard circumstances can try and see that even if it's an inkling of a shadow of a maybe, that it's a lot better than what is currently going on. Everybody's talking to each other. Take back your joy, guys. Take back your joy also is encompassed in taking back your peace, taking back all of the things that you may have robbed yourself or been robbed of, enjoying. I used to like going to the movies, but that situation has changed a lot. I haven't stepped foot in a movie in a while. Like an actual movie theater where, the reclining back and sitting back and just being out with other people than myself and maybe one other person. I've only been around one other person more than I have other people since this pandemic has hit. And I'm comfortable with them because, we're both in a similar situation. So I trust that everything will be okay. And, at the very inkling of whenever you feel like something may not be right, go with your intuition. Maybe your intuition may be a little off, but it's not going to lead you wrong. Why wouldn't we believe that the spirit that's within inside of us, the one that we believe birthed us, the one that we sometimes call and proclaim that we believe in, would guide us in a bad direction? It's the same thing as when your intuition is telling you that something just isn't right or something is kind of off about something and you just ignore it. And then you say after the fact, dang, I wish I listened to myself. It wasn't yourself that was leading you and guiding you and trying to protect you. It was the spirit within you, whatever you've grown to believe or maybe just started to believe in. That's one thing that will never, I believe, will never guide us. If we're under the right guidance, will never let us go to stray. See, we have to make the most particular choices in order to make that thing get right or for it to go right. And you'll know, base your joy off of what that feeling was when you first ever experienced happiness. Can you remember that? Or has it been put so far back in our mind because of other things that we don't even remember what made us so happy? Remember that feeling. Dig it back up so you can model the rest of your feelings after that and get better and grow wanting more of that feeling, but just graduate so that when you are graduating, your maturity level goes a little higher. And when your maturity level goes a little higher, then you start to think a little bit deeper. And when you start to think a little bit deeper, then you'll reach different areas that you never knew would be open to you. All because you wanted to remember that one thing that brought you joy, tranquility, happiness, and wholeness, right? Because we forget that joy encompasses that too, that wholeness aspect of our lives that we may never have had, or maybe we have experienced it, but we just don't remember how to go back and get it. Well, today, we're going to talk about how we can go back and get it. Get back that joy that you've lost. Take it back. This is the fight of all of our lives, to experience something that we never get a chance to much, to experience something that we're not really taught to much. Hey, Carolyn Etor, how are you? Hey, Michelle. Hey, AKA James, how are you? Good to see you. Who goes out there and teaches you, oh, let's go and have happy joy and fullness and wholeness and abundance? Who goes out there and teaches you that from birth? We're always taught to be defensive. Protect yourself. Don't let anybody near you. I mean, rightfully so, because there are some people who will take advantage. But how often do you remember someone saying, I want you to enjoy the lilies of the field. I want you to enjoy the valleys, even when you're going through those storms in your little life. Because when you can appreciate those storms, that means you can find something within that storm, the silver lining, right? Within that storm that will tell you it's not going to last always. Who teaches you that as a child? Not very many people. So maybe if you do have children, or maybe young children or older children, or children who still will listen, or kids, adults, whatever, now is the perfect time to start incorporating that type of teaching. Remembering what was so good. Shoot, having joy could just mean like you were able to run to the grocery store and get exactly what you wanted, nothing more, nothing less. Having joy, maybe being able to babysit, maybe feeding somebody, maybe buying someone something, maybe just having time for yourself. But whatever it is, remember that. Put that in a piece of your brain and a piece of your mind where it won't be forgotten. Take back your joy. If you've never experienced joy in your life, don't be upset with yourself. Because then again, no one has ever said, hey, have you thought about it that way before? Let me help you and guide you to something that's going to make you happy. Let's work on it together. So don't feel bad if you feel like you've never experienced some type of joy or happiness or wholeness in your life. Don't feel bad, because you are not the only one. There are plenty of people who may be in your same situation. But the simple fact of the matter is you can change that. You can change that situation, shift it to something better, something new, more refined, refreshing. And when you do finally get that joy, wholeness, completeness, that peace that you may never have experienced before, remember that very moment so that you can base and build the rest of your experience in this life on top of that and expecting more of that greatness, of that feeling, not accepting less than that. We've become accustomed to accepting anything. We're accustomed to people cussing us out. We're accustomed to people cheating us. We're accustomed to people robbing and possibly lying. We've grown accustomed to that, so much so that it's become a part of our DNA. I can tell when you're about to lie. Why is that something that we're proud of in another human being? That's nothing we should be proud of. That's an error that needs to be corrected. And I think if we find that joy, or spend more time trying to find that joy, that peace, that happiness, that tranquility, that wholeness, that thing that we haven't been taught to really have, life is going to get better. And then the end result is a better society, community of people actually communicating instead of communicating, you know, communicating, trying to scratch each other's eyeballs out. Hmm? Hey, Schwester, nice to see you. Good to see you again. Right, this is the take back season, right? About to call you Mr. L. Right, Tracy, isn't this the take back season? Since we've all been slowed down enough to really sit back, let's not panic. We've panicked for enough, right? We panicked the first 6 months. Okay. A lot of us panicked the first 6 months. And it wasn't easy to not be panicked when everybody's putting you in a panic type situation by bringing up panic type topics. So how can you uh, how can you be mad at anybody for being in a panic? We can't. But while we were in that quiet still moment in that time, it was the best time to sit back, refocus, and take back the joy that you may have known, may have been introduced to, or needed to polish off a little bit. If you haven't already done so, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing, and turning on your lovely notification bells. If you can, give a thumbs up or down, whichever you prefer to do is fine by me, because guess what? At the end of the day, here at Be the Difference in Hello World, I would prefer you, or we would prefer you, to practice using your free will. Now, using your free will doesn't mean that you should do it maliciously, but actually using your free will to do it in a way that you can express how you truly and deeply feel, not because you want to be something other than a good person. Because as long as you understand how to use your free will, then it won't be hard for you to make choices in life that will help you become more complete, whole, happy, and get that joy back. Remember the other day when we were talking about distractions and how sometimes things come in your life that will try to distract you and take you away from your joy, your peace, your happiness, and your wholeness. A lot of those distractions can be used to get you that much higher to the next level that is only in preparation and has been in preparation for the very long time. But have you been paying attention? Maybe the things that are going on in the world right now have been nothing but distractions, and we have not been using them as footstools. I feel like It's rather unfortunate for those who lost loved ones, lost employment, because a lot of people did go through that, and there are a lot of people still going through that. Let's never forget that. But that's all they want to feed us. Nothing like, well, those people who are going through those same type of distractions and those same type of losses, how someone could come alongside and help them to think of creative ways to get them back on their feet, to kind of numb the pain a little so you don't feel it 24 hours a day. The more distractions that you get in your life only mean one thing. And this is the only one thing that we should allow those distractions to mean: a stepping stone to the rest of your greatness, right? Because right now, this is life. This is the greatness of life. And half of us are only here and we're missing this much. But the more you allow things to not phase you, to not bother you, to elevate you, you will actually understand and be and benefit from the fullness that this life has to offer. But right now, how can we do that if we're only living at this level? Getting your greatness is not going to be contingent upon always being in a depressive state. How can you experience anything great if you're always on the downtrodden parts of life? It's not possible. So, yes, we must take back our joy. We must get back to that wholeness. If we do not, we will come here and then continuously go down, missing looking up, missing elevation, and then and just encouraging distractions to continuously defeat us. We are not weak. We were created with some great things in us. So, what are you going to allow to elevate you? Maybe you're having trouble at home. Maybe you're having trouble at work. Maybe you're having trouble with your social circle. Maybe you're having trouble in other places, in other areas of your life. Fine, so be it. It happens. But what will you do? What will the end game be? What will the end result be? Will you not, at the end of the day, take your joy back? Will you not, at the end of the day, think that your wholeness is more important than a temporal thing? Remember, in order to do great, you have to be in a spirit of receiving great. And you cannot be in a spirit of receiving great if you are in a depressive state for too long. It's nothing wrong with healing and going through the process of healing, but some of us stay there and we swim in there, then we drown in there, and then we become another addition to telling people how life isn't that great and just dragging someone else along with you. We're supposed to be dragging, all of us, we're supposed to be dragging each other up, not down. But for those who become your footstools, do not scorn them. Just come back and get them later. When you've reached your plateau and you're strong enough to withstand any of their distractions and strong enough to withstand any of their own blocking of their blessings. Because now you have the choice to be a blessing and bring them up. You don't directly have to even talk to people about bringing their lives up. Let them see your actions, because guess what? Actions, just like words, those things are important to human nature. When someone gives you a gift, aren't you so excited? You're elevated. You're like, oh, I got a gift, right? That's the same jovial feeling and happiness and wholeness you feel when you get a nice gift, right? It's the same feeling when you've reached your greatness or on the road to your greatness. You feel happy, you feel lifted, you feel elevated. Same thing. And now you become the gift. So you bless. Hmm. I like how you broke that down. If you feel like you've not been able to find joy or even happiness or even wholeness, I'm telling you today to challenge yourself to do so. I am unfazed, I am unbothered because there are so many things in life that are way more important than the frivolous things that go on right in front of my face, than the frivolous things that go on behind my back, than the frivolous things that have been tried to do to me but have failed. We're always going to have things in our lives that will try to throw us off, try to upset us, try to ruffle our feathers. That's just life, right? But your reaction makes it more than just life. It makes your experience better when you handle it in a good way. Because the higher you go, so do distractions. But the more refined you get, the less those distractions come around. So, what are you going to do, guys, for the rest of your life? What will you do? I was just looking at the time, almost there. What will you do for the rest of your life? Some of us, the rest of our lives ends tomorrow, maybe 10 years from now, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. But do not look back and only have nothing but doubt, because even your past will haunt you and you'll frown upon that. And again, too, what you do this very day creates the results for next year, tomorrow, and so forth. What are you doing differently that's going to make life better? We have to get off of the routine because that routine that some of us have been on hasn't equated to anything. It hasn't brought us joy, it hasn't brought us happiness, and it hasn't been complete. We haven't even started to attract the things of life that's going to help us keep on going up. Hey, Mika Chica, how are you? Right? So, what are you going to do? I know that the one thing that we all should be doing is closing the gap within or the gap between the old and the young. That needs to end. Because if we can continuously do what we've been doing, where when you get older, you forget about the young. And when you're young, you forget about the old. But when you're both getting older, you grow together. You grow together. Isn't that what life is all about? The young can teach you, the young can teach the old better strategies. The old can put into the young an idea of what life is going to be like and how they can enhance it. Close that gap, y'all. Shoot, I should become a big sister. I need to become a big sister because there's things that the young are going through and language that the young are using that I don't even know about. We shouldn't look at each other, whether young or old, as ill. They're old, like, ugh, they're young. Because if we keep on distancing that How can we help each other find some type of joy and grow? One day you'll transition to old, and one day you'll look at the young and say, dang, if they only knew. Well, why don't you tell them? That's two things that we need to close the gap on, the young and the old. The seniors shouldn't be dying by themselves with no memories, no family, no nobody seeing them. Seniors shouldn't be doing that. And young ones shouldn't be raising themselves. It sounds like it's more sad for the older, right? Because they've lived such long lives or short lives or whatever. But it's even worse for the young because they're changing, their bodies are changing, their hormones are changing, their mindsets are changing with no one to lead except for a device, friends. It's like the blind leading the blind. But I think if we work together, that will continue to create or reestablish the creation of a family unit. We always think that family is blood, but it doesn't have to be that way. Family is whomever you allow to enter into your life and to do things with. And hopefully, you will not leave your family hanging. I'm good, Mika. Can't complain. And maybe the young won't look at the old as, oh, you never understand. You don't even care. How many times have you, as a youngster, said that to an elder in your house or whatever? You don't even care. You don't understand. Too much. The key to life is each other. The key to happiness, the key to wholeness, the key to everything is humanity. And we keep on separating more and more. But we need to come back together. Yes, you will find more of yourself when you allow others to come in because then they will tell you or give you reasons to understand why something that you're doing or not doing isn't really hitting right. And hopefully you'll self-reflect and evaluate that, make those corrections and become more you. Hey, we have a member. We have a member, and it's Reborn Artist Live. Hey, 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 what's going on? Good to see you. That's who I was talking about earlier, y'all. When Jeanette was here, part of the Woo 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 Babies. Go check her out on Big O Reborn Artist TT, that is. And she also is here on YouTube. Go check her out too. She has a beautiful talent that you can benefit from. And it's peaceful over there. Oh, snap. We have a member. We have a member. And it's Keely. Hey, Keely. What's going on? Y'all know I'm bad with looking at the chat. Oh, dang. I wasted the song off. I have to sing it again when she comes. 33 minutes. I'm about to be out. I'll wait for Keely to come in and then I'll wrap it all the way up. Yes. But remember, it's never too late. That's the key to life. It's never too late to find happiness, to be whole, to be complete. It's never too late. It's never too late to be the opposite of angry all of the time, of upset all of the time. Same thing as angry. Of feeling defeated all of the time. Same thing as let down. It's never too late to feel the fullness of what life can offer. It's never too late. Are you here now, Keely? It's never too late. So take the time. I don't think she's in here. It's never too late. So take the time to really, really, really find your joy, your happiness, completeness, wholeness. Take it back at all cost because your life expectancy will depend and pivot off of how much you can enjoy the fullness of this life. Hmm? Did Keely get in yet? Oh, she's here. Good. I was waiting for you to come in so I can end. But we were just talking about taking back your joy no matter what. No matter what. And to use distractions that may come in your life as stepping stones and not to scorn it or to be upset about it, but just to use it to know that you are going higher. And when you go higher, you're achieving higher levels of the greatness that your life has to offer. Not only for you, but to, be like a waterfall and let it rain down for everyone else to get a little piece of that so that they want to have their own piece of joy and happiness and fullness. Take it back. You guys are beautiful and amazing. There is no mistake about you. Mhm. You all, we all have something that can encourage more people than we know. So please never give up and never quit, no matter what. I am here every day. I hate to say between 7 and 9 because sometimes that changes. I'm here every day, majority of the time between 7 and 9. We talk about everything and anything. Some topics are light and airy, other topics are a little bit jovial. Oh no, and serious. And hopefully out of everything that we'll know and understand that life is beautiful. Simple as that. And if it hasn't been beautiful for you, fight for it to get better. If you ever want to get to know anything more about me or my company, go to beatthedifferencellc.com. We have a site-wide sale going on right now. You can get t-shirts starting at $15 and it's same quality. So you'll get all of that good stuff. And if you want books, hoodies, or anything else, you can get that as well. Everything on the site has been discounted except for the new arrivals of socks that I got. Fruit anyone? And I didn't name the second sock, but that's also there. Do what you can, guys. Be the difference in any moment, all the time, whenever you want. Even when you don't feel like it, just be the difference. Hey, Keely, I'm almost done with that series. I think I'm on episode 6. It's good so far. So I appreciate you guys for telling me about it. Anyway, my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and I am signing out on another episode of Hello World. Oh, yeah, and thank you for giving me a little bit of your time each and every time you can. Yes.